Back in December last year, Motorola launched the first phone with Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 named the Edge X30 in China. That phone launched globally in February this year as the Motorola Edge 30 Pro, and just like the S20 series of last year, there are more phones under the Edge 30 series that are launching in the coming months. One of those phones is the Motorola Edge 30. This is the successor to the Motorola Edge 20, and just like that phone, the Edge 30 is a mid-range device with a Snapdragon 700 series SoC. In this video, let us talk about everything that we know about the Edge 30 so far. In terms of design, the Motorola Edge 30 is rumored to look like this. As we can see, the bezels on the front are quite minimal and there is a hole punch for the selfie camera. There are 3 cameras on the back that are placed vertically inside the camera module. The fingerprint scanner is present under the display and the back seems to be made of glass and has a matte finish. Speaking of the specifications, the phone has a Snapdragon 778 Plus SOC, and as the name shows, this is a small upgrade over the Snapdragon 778 that powered the Edge 20 of last year. There are only 2 upgrades that this chip brings over the 778, and that is a higher CPU clock speed of 2.5 GHz versus 2.4 GHz and a 20% improvement in the GPU performance. Everything else is the same. The phone has 6GB or 8GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 128GB or 256GB storage. The display on the front is a 6.55-inch 144Hz OLED with a Full HD Plus resolution. The battery size is 4020 mAh and there is 30-watt fast charging. Speaking of the cameras, Motorola Edge 30 has 3 cameras on the back, where the primary camera has a 50 megapixel sensor. The ultra-wide camera has a 50 megapixel sensor as well, and finally there is a 2 megapixel depth sensor. For selfies, there is a 32 megapixel camera on the front. As compared to the Edge 20, the camera setup seems like a downgrade this time because the Edge 20 had a 108 megapixel primary sensor, a 16 megapixel ultra wide and an 8 megapixel telephoto. So that phone had a much more versatile camera setup on the back as compared to the Edge 30. And well, that is pretty much all we know. So compared to the Edge 20, the Edge 30 brings a small performance boost, a camera setup that seems like a downgrade, a smaller display and a slightly bigger battery. We do not know the price yet, but looking at these specifications, there should not be a big increase in the price as compared to the price of last year's Edge 20. Anyways, what do you think of the Motorola Edge 30? Do let me know via the comment section below, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.